Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of LJ Eats. Today we're doing a bit of a different flavour. We're looking at a donut restaurant that is on Donutterie Beach Road called Dum Dum Doughnuts. It's actually a brand that was created in the UK and they have various outlets in London and are the only donut eatery to be included in Harrods, the famous store within London. This is from their first store within the UAE in Dubai, located on Beach Road. I'll make sure the location is put in the description box below. What I'm going to do today is we bought a box of donuts containing all the different types of donuts that they have on offer in the shop. So I'm going to have a taste of all of them, rate them in the order I think that I prefer them, and let you know if it's worth going to check it out. So let's go try out some donuts. The donuts are actually baked rather than fried, so even though they're definitely not healthy, they're meant to be about half the fat of a normal fried donut. So if you're a healthy eater, then these are the donuts for you. So I'm just going to try these one by one. Probably be sick by the end of this, but just doing it for your entertainment. I'm just going to start small. So this is the first donut. I think it's the banoffee pie mini donut. I'll put the name of the donuts in the video description anyway, so that you know what all of them are, but I'm just going to try each of them, and then if it isn't, then I'll let you know what the flavour is. You can definitely feel that the donuts are baked rather than fried, because they feel a lot lighter and not as heavy that you get in something maybe in like a Krispy Kreme donut. So the inside has a cream which has that banoffee flavouring, the banana taste of the banoffee, and the top has a dusting of a toffee powder that gives it the toffee part of the banoffee. If you just have a small sweet craving but don't want a massive donut, then these mini donuts are a good option.
Probably shouldn't have done that. I've got another 18 to eat.
This looks like the Morello Cherry Pistachio donut. It's got a pink glazing on the top and then like a little Salt Bay pistachio sprinkling on the top that you can probably see here. Not what I was expecting, but definitely a nice tasting donut. The glaze on the top is really good. There's actually like a light cream inside. I was expecting it to be like a really punch in the face cherry hit, but actually it's a very subtle cherry taste for something that tastes good still and has that little hint of cherry to it without being a full cherry donut. Then this is still good, but otherwise I'd probably try the banoffee over this. This is the blueberry cheesecake. Again, inside I'm hoping there's a nice blueberry jelly hit. Once you bite into it, it kind of would ooze out. But I'm suspecting after eating the last two donuts that it might actually be a cream inside, so let's see what happens with that. So I was right, there's actually a creamy filling inside. The cream inside does have that blueberry flavour, but the ratio of the bread on this one was not as I expected. I was hoping for more cream inside with the breading ratio, but the taste is still good, and with the glazing on top and the cream, there's two different textures that give a good taste profile of the donut. Okay, this is the mini TPJ, I believe. It's got a little red dot here which kind of suggests there's been some jam injected into it, which I'm kind of looking forward to. The J definitely stands for jam. This is the jam that I was looking for. You get a lot more flavour out of that jam than you do with the cream. The creams are a lot more subtle with their flavours, where this jam just kind of hits you with that strawberry flavour, and I actually much prefer that. On to donut number 5. This is the mini choco cream. It's got like a chocolate glazing on the top and then a drizzled white pattern over the top of it, like it's got kind of a black tortoise shell. I'm expecting cream to be lined from the inside as per the name, so let's try it out. This is good. The chocolate is very tasty, quite a dark chocolate actually, so you get that little bit of bitterness from the chocolate, but it's still very sweet. and then it has this chocolate cream in the inside, which is not as light as the creams in the other donut, and you get a lot more of a chocolate punch in it. I'm really quite enjoying this. It's almost like eating a donut eclair, if that can make any sense. So this is the mini snowball, so named because of this white powdering over the top of it. No idea what to expect inside, so I'm gonna tuck in. As you can see, as soon as I bit in, there was some straight oozage that came out of the donut. The cream wanted to escape, which is showing that there was quite a lot of filling inside, which is always a good sign. The inside is again a cream, kind of like the chocolate cream that I had here, but this one is made of white chocolate by the taste of it. So if you're a white chocolate fan, definitely worth checking this one out. This little thing is the creme brulee. I'm hoping I get the taste of creme brulee, because creme brulee is actually one of my top 5 desserts in the world. Actually, it's not my favourite donut of all of them. The cream filling inside does taste like a filling of a creme brulee. Taste-wise, decent, but I'd probably go for one of the other donuts, and a bit of a disappointment in fact. This is the peanut butter and jelly, a American favourite. The two tastes of the peanut butter and jam surprisingly go very well together, so I'm not sure this can really go too wrong. Yeah, this is my favourite so far. As you can see in the inside, you've got that sweet liquidy jam just oozing out from the middle, and then you get that thick, stick in the teeth kind of peanut butter all lathered over the top, with the crunchiness of the sprinkled peanuts over the top. For the ones that I've tasted, definitely of the mini donuts, this is the best one if you like peanut butter and jam. The next donut is the Oreo dough. If you look on the inside of the donut, there's a big center of this Oreo cream in the inside. And then there's that crunchiness, but also smoothness of the ground down Oreo that's on the top. For me, as an individual taste, it's still not as good as the peanut butter and jelly, but this is well up there as one of the best donuts there. I think this would be really good if you could dunk it in some milk like you would do normal Oreo, and I think that would just elevate it to the next level. So the next donut is the maple and pecan donut. This is the one and only one with a ring inside it. This is definitely more like your traditional donut, the normal breading with that really sweet thick layer of icing over the top, the syrup icing, which actually tastes really good. The nuts actually make this donut because the crunchiness of the pecans really adds to the softness of the donut, along with the slushiness almost of the icing on top of the donut. So the different textures really play well against each other, and all the flavours really match well against each other. So now we've tried all the different donuts, we'll go on to the new wave donut, the cronut, the croissant donut, if you've not been in the world for the last 5 years. This is the original Dum Dum Doughnuts, so I assume the first one that was ever created in the shops that are in London, so you have to try what this is like. I don't think there's any flavouring or cream or icing inside. I think it's just purely a sugared donut. This one is, as I said, a very basic donut. There's no flavouring inside, it's just a pastry that's been sugared. Tastes very good, but nothing too exciting to shout home about. So this is something that would go well with a hot drink, but not something that you should order if you're just going to eat it on your own. There's a lot more exciting flavours that you can get from Dum Dum Doughnuts. This cronut, the second one of the 6 I'm going to try, is the salted caramel. Your doctor definitely wouldn't recommend eating this one. It's extremely sweet, but extremely tasty. As you can see, it's a big dessert to eat. The creaminess layer that's on the top is really nice. Bit of a mess with the sprinkling of caramel dusting almost that's on the top, but the taste is really good. If you've got a really sweet tooth and you love caramel, then Can't go wrong with this one. So this is the Dum Dum Dubai cronut. By the name it seems this has been specially created for the Dubai market. The cream through the inside I'm quite a big fan of, because it adds a layer of moisture that you get when you make a bite through the whole cronut profile. So you're getting moisture throughout the whole thing. The creaminess has a bit of a hint of cinnamon to it, and you don't really get that taste of the pistachios on the top. It's probably a bit more for show rather than taste, but it does add a little bit of extra crunchiness if you take a bite where there's a particularly large amount of pistachio on the top. The kunafa, which is up next. If you don't know what kunafa is, this is a very traditional Arabic dessert. Definitely not like any kind of donut or cronut for that matter that I've tasted before. Very different mix of textures. You've got this crispy kind of coating on the outside, you've got the pistachio coming in, and then a lot of cream on the inside. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but there's a lot of cream in the inside, and it's got a real punchy taste in comparison to some of the creams that I've had in these other donuts and cronuts. Really heavy hit of lime that, you know, kind of hits you in the face, and with the amount of sugar I've eaten, this has kind of perked me up again. I was having a bit of a sugar downer after having about 15 of these things, but that hit of the lime has really woken me up. The second last cronut is this little beauty. Tastes good. Would be a bit heavy to eat the whole thing. I mean, I think this could feed a small family on its own, this cronut, because it's like that one bite and I'm full already. The chocolate pastry, you get that little bit of chocolate, different to the other cronuts, and then you get that chocolate cream on the inside, which kind of tastes like the other cream that I had in this donut previously. Very similar in taste, but when you have the cream within the cronuts like I was describing before, it gives that moisture, because as you can see these are quite big and thick. Without the cream inside, they might get a little bit dry unless you're dipping them in a drink. I'd say it's good, but not the best that I've ever tasted. Okay, finally, this is the last donut that I'm going to try in this box. This one is called the Zebra. Very sweet. This one's very sweet. Again, super heavy. I don't think I could eat this on my own. There's a cream that comes through the middle, but it's not as much as in the other cronuts where they've had cream. The taste of the mix of the white and the dark chocolate is actually very cool, and then with the crunchiness at the top, you do get that different texture profile that is always nice to have in any kind of food. So I've tried out all the different donuts and cronuts here. I'd probably say my favourite of the bunch was this mini donut PB&J, just purely because good basic taste profiles, lots of jams. The taste really comes to the fore in this, and it's a little twist on a classic donut, but done really well. So for me, I think this is the best one, closely followed by the Oreo cream, and actually followed by the donut, the maple and pecan, which I thought was really good as well. For the cronuts, I'd say the salted caramel was the best one, but definitely I'd go for the donuts over the cronuts. If you want to get this for, you know, an office party or for a gift, I'd recommend this deal. It's 180 dirhams for a mix of the different donuts and cronuts. I got 6 cronuts, I got 10 mini donuts, and I got a 1 normal donut. So that's 17 different items for that 180. So it comes around just over 10 dirhams a donut, which isn't too bad. So definitely worth checking out. I'll put the location in the description below, so you can go to their shop on Jumeirah Beach Road. It's actually quite a big one. You can also sit inside, and also you're able to order online if you really want to and don't want to leave the house. Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know how you liked the video, and if there's any other dessert spots or sweet spots that you want me to try out in Dubai, please mention them in the comment section below and I'll try and visit and review them as well. Please check out this video over here and this video over here, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel LJ in the button below. Also check out any of my other videos in the series of LJ Eats, and also my other videos on fashion and events. See you next time.